This is Chapter 6, Section 3, Notes, Day 1. Now we're going to just go through the basics of using elimination to solve a system of equations. So remember, a system of equations is just when you have two or more equations in a problem. So today we have something like 2x plus 5y equals 17 and 6x minus 5y equals negative 9. Now, there's not just an x or y all by itself here, so I can't really use substitution, so I'm going to use elimination. And how elimination works is you're actually going to add these terms together. So that's why I have my x's lined up, my y's lined up, and my numbers lined up. So what's going to happen is I'm going to add. So 2x plus 6x will give me 8x. 5y plus negative 5y will give me 0, which is exactly what I want. Elimination means it wants to eliminate one of the letters, so I'm going to eliminate my y's here. And then 17 plus negative 9, so will give me 8. So eliminating these, I'll have 8x equals 8, and then it's just a matter of solving for x. So I will have to divide by 8 and get x equals 1. So just like substitution though, you need to have two answers. So once you have one of those letters figured out, so I have x equals 1, you're going to choose either equation to plug it in. So I chose the first equation. So I chose 2x plus 5y equals 17, and I replaced the x in the equation with the 1. So now I have 2 times 1 plus 5y equals 17. Now I solve for y. So 2 times 1 is 2, and then subtract 2 from both sides, and I get 5y equals 15. Divide by 5, and I'll get y equals 3. So my two answers for this first problem are x equals 1 and y equals 3. Problem number 2. Multiplying by negative 1. What is the solution of the system? Use elimination. So, when I look at this problem before I multiply by negative 1, I notice that I have my everything lined up. Now my s's would cancel if one was positive and one was negative. However, in this problem, they're both positive. Plus s and plus s. So in order to make one negative, I have to multiply by negative 1. Come on. So I'm going to hopefully get this figured out. So I'm going to multiply this top equation by negative 1. Now that means I multiply all three parts. So this will be negative 1a plus negative 1s plus 101. Notice how I just wrote it down right below. That way my lines still stay. So my a's still match up, my s's still match up, and my numbers still match up. But I am going to kind of forget about that for now while I add these together. So 2.5a plus negative 1a will give me 1.5a. My s's will cancel. 164 plus negative 101 will give me 63. Then to solve for a, I have to divide by 1.5, so I'll get a equals 42. So once I have my a solved for, I choose one of these two equations. I chose the top one, a plus s equals 101, and I'm going to plug 42 in for a. So I'll have 42 plus s equals 101. Solving for s, all I do is subtract 42, and I get s equals 59. Again, two answers for the two variables.